All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about an exercise you've probably done 100 times, right? The shoulder bridge. It's a classic in everything from Pilates to physical therapy. But what if I told you that most of us are missing its biggest, most important secret?
I mean, we all think of it this way, don't we? It's that go-to move for firing up your glutes and hamstrings. You lie on your back, lift your hips, feel that burn. Super simple. But is that really all it's for?
And this is the real game changer. The shoulder bridge isn't just about building strength. It's actually this incredibly sophisticated movement designed, first and foremost, to teach your spine how to move safely and efficiently. It's basically a masterclass in joint mechanics hiding in plain sight.
So let's break down the anatomy here. To really, truly get this exercise, you have to understand that it's not just chasing one goal. It's actually chasing two equally important ones at the same time. Here's where you see that perfect balance. On one side, you've got your posterior chain strength. That's the raw power, the engine driven by your glutes and hamstrings. But then, on the other side, you have spinal articulation. And that's the skill, the finesse of moving your spine bone by bone. The absolute genius of the shoulder bridge is that it trains both of these at the exact same time. It's where mobility literally meets strength. Okay, so how does it pull this off? How does it do both things without putting your back at risk? Well, the secret isn't in just one muscle group, but in the teamwork between two of them. This partnership right here is the secret sauce to keeping your lower back safe and sound.
Let's break down this partnership, shall we? Your glutes, they're the prime movers. They're giving you all the horsepower you need to lift your hips off the floor. But then, look at your core. We're talking those deep abdominal muscles. Their job is to be the stabilizer. Think of them as the safety system. They kick on to stop your lower back from arching and taking on all this strain it was never designed for. So one provides the power, the other provides the protection. They absolutely have to work together.
Okay, so now that we get the why, this incredible partnership between power and protection, we can finally dive into the how. And this isn't just about lifting and lowering your hips. This is a deliberate three-step safety protocol.
We're going to break this whole movement down into three very distinct phases: the prep, the lift, and the controlled return. And believe me, each step has a very specific job to do to keep your spine safe and to make sure you get the most out of every single rep.
So it all starts with step one. And honestly, this is the most important part of the whole thing. Before you even think about lifting, you do a posterior pelvic tilt. Just imagine gently scooping your tailbone up, using your lower abs to press your low back flat into the mat. This is your safety lock. It engages your core first, which intentionally takes that curve out of your lower back so it can't arch when you start to lift.
Now, once that safety lock is engaged, we move to the ascent, the peel off. The power now comes only from your glutes. Squeeze them and start peeling your spine off the mat, starting with your tailbone, then your low back, then your mid back, one single bone at a time. The goal is to make a straight, strong line from your shoulders all the way to your knees without letting your ribs flare up to the ceiling.
And finally, the descent. And listen, this is not a collapse. You don't just flop down. It is an active, controlled roll down. Keep that core engaged and slowly place your spine back on the mat, starting from the top, your upper back, then your middle back, then your lower back, until finally your pelvis comes back to a neutral position. You are in control the entire way down.
Of course, knowing the steps is one thing, but actually doing them with precision, that's another. So let's look at the most common mistakes people make, and, more importantly, how to fix them with some really simple, effective cues.
Think of this as your personal troubleshooting guide. If you feel your back arching, that's a huge red flag that your back muscles are trying to do all the work. The fix? Just imagine tightening a belt around your abs before you lift. If you're moving up and down like a stiff board, what we call block movement, you're totally missing the point of articulation. Try this cue. Imagine your spine is made of jelly and you have to roll it up and down. And if you notice your knees fall open, your hip stabilizers just need a little help. An easy fix is to imagine you're squeezing a piece of paper between your thighs. It works every time.
So, to bring this all together, I want to leave you with one really powerful analogy. I promise it'll completely change how you think about this movement forever.
Because, let's be real, it's a lot to think about, isn't it? Core on, glutes firing, spine moving just right. So how on earth are you supposed to remember to move with that kind of precision every single time you do it?
This is it, the pearl necklace principle. Just picture your spine as a beautiful string of pearls laid out on a table. You wouldn't just grab it in the middle and lift it up in one rigid clump, would you? No way! You'd lift it from one end,
letting each pearl lift off the surface, one after the other. That graceful sequential movement, that is spinal articulation.
So let's break that down. The pearls, obviously, are your individual vertebrae. The hand that's providing that lifting force, that's your glute power. And the string holding it all together, giving it that taut, controlled tension so it doesn't just swing around, well, that's your core control. And ultimately, this is what it all boils down to. The real goal of the shoulder bridge isn't about how high you can shove your hips into the air. It's all about the quality of the movement, about how well you can move your spine while keeping it safe and protected. And that kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? If we've all been missing the true purpose of an exercise as basic as the shoulder bridge, what other movements in our workouts have a deeper, more important job that we're completely overlooking? Definitely something to think about.